Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's give another round of applause for Brian. And welcome to this engagement between Kenya Editors Guild and Kenya Power. And thank you for turning around on short notice, because this is what we do on a continuous basis as Kenya Editors Guild. We are the professional association for senior editors in Kenya, whose mandate is to promote professionalism and excellence in journalism. And I'd like to acknowledge the presence of members of Kenya Editors Guild in the room. Please stand up so that we see you and just wave. So members of Kenya Editors Guild in the room, kindly. All right. Thank you very much for turning up. You can have a seat. Kenya Editors Guild is run as a professional association with a governance body led by the president, who will be coming later on. And we also have council members who represent members of the guild in the executive council. And this morning we are represented here by 3 members of the executive council, and I'd like them to stand. We have Millicent Awor. She represents Kenya Editors Guild in the executive council, and she is in charge of TV, right? Council member in charge of TV. Then we have Linda Batch. She sits on the council and she represents print, right? Then the president of the guild will be coming later on to speak to you, so she will be able to introduce herself, Zubeida Kananu, right? So Kenya Editors Guild, why are we gathered here today? So Kenya Editors Guild drives change through key programmatic areas. We drive change through conducting trainings for the next generation of editors. These are journalists in the newsrooms and reporters in the newsrooms, as well as those who are being trained to take up the roles of the people who are already in the newsroom. That is, the people who are currently studying journalism in the institutions of higher learning. So we have a very, very intentional programmatic area to that effect, where we impact on the next generation through trainings. For today, we are here because we also do convenings for members of the guild and for members of the media fraternity in total. We do press club luncheons, which are an opportunity to bring key policy makers in the room to allow members of the media to ask questions about key policy decision. Not every media house can have the opportunity to invite the MD of Kenya Power to their studios, all right? Not every media house can have the opportunity to invite a cabinet secretary to their studios. So we do that on behalf of the media. We convene on specific policy issues and allow members to ask questions. We convene when it is hot. We convene on matters controversial. We continuously convene. So today we have that opportunity to ask questions to the leadership of Kenya Power, and we are happy that the top leadership is here, so that all those burning questions, you are able to answer them and write stories accordingly. Our convenings are usually on the record, and we invite our media houses and reporters to write stories about what they see in their areas. We go to them. It's a program called Taking the Media to the People. So this is important so that we allow members of the public to understand how media operates, how editors make decisions, why editors write the headlines that they do, right? So that is another programmatic area of the guild. And then Finally, we also have the policy, research and advocacy segments where we intervene in matters affecting press freedom, in matters affecting independence of media. So where we feel that independence of media is being curtailed or being challenged or being interfered with, then it is our business to speak for the industry. It is our business to reach out to concerned duty bearers, to concerned institutions, to have dialogue with them. So we convene for the sake of dialogue. We convene to understand matters better so that we convey those issues to our members, to our constituents who are journalists. So this morning, we would like to then welcome all of us to this convening, and we would like to ask all the questions that they had, all the issues that they have been having with Kenya Power. This is the moment to, this is the moment to ask. We'll have a session for Q&A later on, an engagement session, so that all the questions remain answered, so that we are not anonymously posting things on the social media. We have the opportunity to ask, and the Kenya Power has the opportunity to answer. So with those few remarks, I would like to hand over back and invite, is it O'Brien? But before then, one council member stepped in. Let's welcome Topesta Nabusoba. She is the council member in charge of radio.